I appreciate you coming on in and saying hello. I am going to be crafting an old school t-shirt with this transfer today. This is actually from the last May Club Couture. So anyway, we have some great designs in our club. So this is a great one to get. And obviously this one's not available, but I have been working on in previous videos here and on Facebook, in both places, on some items for auction for my kids' choir. And they're going on a trip. Their dad and I are going to be the chaperones, so we're kind of excited about that. But we want to make sure that we raise enough funds, so they're doing like an auction on their next concert, which is next week, I think. Next week, yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to get that all finished up, and I'm making two different boxes. One is all coffee things, and we asked a local coffee shop if they would consider donating. If they don't, I'll probably buy some things from there to put into the basket to fill it up a little bit more, like coffee beans and things like that. And then the other thing, the other basket that I'm putting together is a car basket. I've already made last week, Thursday, I made the gasoline, like galvanized metal sign. So if you haven't checked that out, go back and check that out. And then tonight we're going to make a t-shirt that has this old school truck on it. So that'll go with the theme. And then my husband's work, which is an auto dealership for Chevy, Gortzema Motors, they donated a very nice gift card for oil changes for the basket. So I was trying to put everything together for that. So with that, let's get cracking. Let's get ink in here. So I have a new t-shirt that I purchased. I think I got this at, Walmart, and it says $5. So I'll definitely take that off. But so it's an extra large navy blue t-shirt. So I figured extra large is kind of a, I don't know though. Seems like everybody here in my area is a little bit smaller. So hopefully it'll fit somebody. If you come on in, make sure that you subscribe and give me a little thumbs up or a heart on this particular video. So that helps me out a little bit. And I'm going to use this ink mat. It's got a sticky ink mat, and I'm keeping the plastic cover on it while I get it inside of this t-shirt. Whenever you do fabric, you do want to go ahead and have something in between the layers, because our ink goes right through and soaks into the fabric. It's not like vinyl that just kind of sits on the top, and if you wash and dry it too much, it'll fall off. This will soak into the t-shirt, the fabric, and get in there. So actually you can wash and dry this quite a bit before it will be a problem. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, my white has been, the last couple of t-shirts I made, the white was kind of thick. So I'm actually sort of thinking I might do a little dune today. Dune is kind of like an almond color. So hopefully, hello. Make sure that you say hello. Hi there, Cheese Gaming. Thanks for stopping in. Make sure that you are a subscriber. We are getting, I think, close to 4,000 people. Oh my goodness. I'm so thankful for everybody. Love it when you come on in and are able to say hello live. That's always fun. Makes me feel like I'm not alone. So I took that plastic covering off of that sticky mat. So it's a sticky mat that's in there. And now I'm just trying to get my t-shirt into here, kind of in the center, so we know it won't matter for the picture, but it's nice to kind of measure it out for the center. And I'm just trying to get all the bubbles out without like stretching it. We don't want to get it stuck on the mat stretched out. And we do want to get it folded out so we can find the center point of this t-shirt. So like I said, and this is actually, I kind of like this t-shirt. It's got a nice texture. It's nice. It's not too thick, so it'd be nice in the summertime. All right. Usually I get my t-shirts at the craft store, but once in a while when I walk into Walmart and they have deals or whatever, or if I'm looking for something specific, then it is very helpful. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is a sticky backed silk transfer. It's washable. You can reuse it up to 12 times. And trust me, this old school one has absolutely been used quite a bit. I'm going to fold it back on itself, not on the sticky side, but on the front side, the non-sticky side. And just make a little fold in there to find the center point. And that is what I'm going to try to line up in the center of this t-shirt. And then we'll probably do a little bit of measuring, if I can find my measuring tape here, kind of at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, please make sure this is a crafting channel, and I'm here in Idaho, United States, so please keep your comments appropriate. Don't be rude. I appreciate that. It helps me. Obviously, I love to have your comments. I love to answer questions, whatever you have. What the hell's got that like exactly in the center right off the bat? So we're going to go with it. And we are going to just go ahead and get inking with this. One of the things I love about inking is that it's very forgiving on the transfers. And I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. And hopefully maybe I should double check down lower as far as where it's at, because I can see there's 8 inches. And, ooh, we're pretty close. So we're less than 1/4 inch. All right, I'm going to put you down here so you can see my transfer. You can also kind of see the mess in my little camper. We are in a little Airstream craft camper. And I feel very blessed to have this little camper. It was my grandfather's. And I tell you, every time I step in it, it just makes me fondly remember my grandparents. So I love it. All right. Pass down through the family. I am the lucky duck. We are probably going to be on our very last usage of our transfer here, and our dune. Hopefully I have some more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to kind of scoop out and put it on here so I can use it. The dune I really love because it kind of gives it a vintagey feel, vintagey look. I'm just going to set that on there. And I'm going to take the smaller squeegee. You can see these squeegees have like a beveled edge to it. I'm already into it. The ink is permanent. Obviously, when it's wet, you can still kind of work with it and try to get it out with water if you make a little boo-boo. But you do want to be careful not to get, like fingerprints all over the shirt or on your own self. That's the other thing. So we're just going to spread it out and get it into any of the white areas or navy areas you see. Those are the areas we're trying to fill up with the ink so that it colors it nicely. It fills that all in. And this one has a lot more lines and things than you think, like when you first look at it. I've obviously used this many times. Once we're done here, I'll just take this to the sink and wash it with plain water. And I will be sure to get all of it out of the screen. And you can, oh shoot, I just went outside. You could tape off if you think you're going to go outside of the lines like I just did. So I'm going to get my wipe here and show you how to remove if you make a little boo-boo. So this seems really kind of light as far as color goes. So we're gonna do some checking before we completely peel it. But first, this I think was an old one. I'm gonna get a clean wipe. And before I ever touch things, I always make sure my fingertips are clean and clean wipe. And I'm just gonna go over here and try to get this off. It should come off because it's still wet. Once this dries and cures up for 24 hours, you're going to want to heat press it with an iron. This is also giving me a peek at what's underneath here because I want to see. Oh yeah, that'll be dark enough. And sometimes it doesn't always go well. If it takes a little bit to get it off, you scrub it, get a little bit of water on it. It'll usually come off. I've heard you can use like a Tide pen. This is just wipes that are clean wipes. So I'm going to just lift off this kind of slowly and make sure we got all the areas. Like I said, this is at the end. I see a spot right there I didn't get. That's good. Put the price tag right into, I see a little spot here. It did not get colored in. So we're going to just lay it back down and go over it. That's okay. That's why you want to peel it off kind of slow so that you can see the spots that aren't completely done. I love making t-shirts for my husband. It's been really fun finding ones. When we got our Peanuts release last week, he wanted the Peanuts gang on his t-shirt. So I actually made a sweatshirt for him. Just kind of looking, it's kind of uneven look, but I think it looks kind of cool. It's got so much, it says superpower, old school. It just has so much detail on this transfer. I see here where I didn't get some of those little areas here, these little lines here. So I'm going to work harder to get into those lines. Get it moved in. And then anything we don't use on the squeegee, I'll put that right back in the jar and we'll use it next time. You'd be amazed how long these, there, that's a little better. How long these little paste or these ink jars will last, because it just use, ooh, that is not good. Put that over there. Playing around in the, I think I'm going to try to get the truck a little bit darker. So I'm going to lay it down again and just go over it again with my little squeegee and really push it in. So if you find it doesn't, you know, like the fabric either soaks it up really hard or, I'm going to get this down here. I don't want to be going underneath. Or it just doesn't seem like a very dark print. You can just lay it down. You can let it dry, you know, go ahead and wash your transfer and come back and do it another day. Just line it up again if you want to. I try to do all my fixing right away because I don't want to do that. And I'm gonna go over the legend too. So hopefully we've got this down enough. I think the letters aren't that dark. Wah, big chunk of it there. And I'm just giving it a second coat so that it can soak up into the fabric and just be more clear, darker in color. It kind of went on light. I'm not sure why. There we go. Might as well get the lettering down here too. Right before we peel it off, I can kind of see through. I feel like I have more control with the mini squeegee instead of the big one. I did the first coat in the big one, and that worked fine. And it's all one color, so it's fairly easy. It's a little chilly in our craft camper. My heater won't come on that I've used all winter. It's worked great all winter long, so I don't know. It seems like these heaters I get from Costco just only last about a year. So it's kind of sad, actually. I'm kind of sad about it. All right, so the cool thing is when you're doing ink, you can just take your time to get it colored in nicely. You don't have to worry about it drying out in the transfer and peeling off. That only happens when you're using chalk paste. So hopefully that got our truck done a little bit darker. And also the legend looks nice and dark. All right, live free, ride faster. Perfect. And I got that. It's wet here. That's the dark area. Let me put this down, get my paste or my ink. I keep saying paste, but it's ink. It's permanent ink. And so what I'll do is I'll let this dry for 24 hours and then I will go ahead and iron this with a hot iron for 3 or 4 minutes and we will be set to go. So, that is it. And this can be washed and dried. Once you heat set it, it can be washed and dried as much as you want. I've actually never had the ink come off in all the years I've been doing this. So probably about 6 or 7 years I've been using our ink. And I've never had it come off on me in the wash. I've had the t-shirt fall apart before the ink has come off. So we're going to set our ink away. I keep my ink separate from my chalk so I don't mix them up and accidentally put, you know, the wrong thing in the wrong place. Get that put away. And I have ink all over my fingers, so we're going to wash really good before I peel this off and pick this up, because we don't want to make fingerprints or any more stains anywhere. Let's see. Gotta have some. I need an empty spot because I could kind of see this ink still remotely here. I'm going to try wiping this off again just to be sure it's off. We don't want to have it there. And I'll definitely, even when I go to heat press this, I won't heat press that. Although once you put it in the dryer, it will set it. So, okay, let me hold that up so you can take a look at that. Isn't that cute? Old school, legend, live free, ride fast. So easy peasy. Here we are. Less than 15 minutes, I've made a t-shirt for the drawing, for our auction, for a fundraiser at our public school, local public school. And I will show you, look how that came off. It definitely goes through, so you want to be sure that you put something in there. If you don't have these sticky backed mat like this, you can use a piece of cardboard. I'm just trying to get this off without smearing it all over the place. You don't want to, it's when, before the ink is dry, you don't want to go back on the, I think I have a little bit on my finger yet. I just got it on the inside. You don't want to go back on it and, you know, set something on top of it. All right, let's get this folded out so it can dry for 24 hours. Isn't that cute? So much great detail in that little truck, I think. And the letters. I mean, looks so cool. And we're actually gonna just take this price tag off. We're not gonna let them know that that was only $5, because now that we put some effort in it, I generally sell t-shirts for $18 a piece. So, you know, there's effort and time and all the supplies, the transfer. Is that cute? Oh my goodness. Love, love, love. I hope that this gives you some ideas. You can use almost any transfer really and your imagination. A rainbow of colors for sure, to make your own version of any kind of t-shirt. You can make, you know, you can make every single holiday under the sun if you'd like. For t-shirts, you can just make a, you know, encouraging words. We've got the peanuts. We've got Lucy with the grouchy since forever saying on it. We've got the Peanuts gang with positive vibes. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. It's their 75th anniversary. So peanuts are in this year. So I'm just taking these plain, you just want to use only water to clean this off, trying to get as much of that ink as we can off, because we don't want to gunk up our sticky mat. And then I will put the packaging back on. This is the one thing you want to save the packaging for, is to preserve your mat, and so it stays sticky. I just put it right back into the plastic and keep it in a flat place. So probably one of my most used items besides, you know, chalk paste or ink. So anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous evening and be very blessed and keep on crafting.